In today's video,
let's talk about the cost of living.
Have we not had enough?
Is the reality of our country, and I can't believe more people aren't talking about it.
Are you going ahead and suing the BBC?
Well, I guess I have to.
In bed, the criminal crypto queen who called herself the goddess of wealth.
You are not Madeleine McCann, okay? I know that's hard to hear.
ladies and gentlemen, the algorithm has a lot of explaining to do. It has literally just dumped a compilation of disturbing videos on the FYP, and we have to get into this. Let's check it out.
Lily Whitehouse, God rest her soul, 19-year-old girl murdered by a 41-year-old man on the streets of England, Birmingham to be exact, yeah? And I wasn't going to speak about it. Really, I didn't want to speak about it. But it's been grating on me, so now I am. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about the race of the man or the religion of the man. Yeah, how about men in general? Leave women the f*** alone. Yeah, out here murdering women, attacking women, robbing women, raping women, sexually abusing women. Let's leave them the f*** alone. As men, we need to take responsibility because this is happening way too f***ing often. Women should be safe to walk around the streets of England at any time, but they're f***ing not. So men, be the f*** better and leave women the f*** alone. I tell you what, people, I am scared. I am worried for the future of my daughter. Yeah? Right, she's only young, so I can wrap her up in this bubble now. But what the f*** is going on? Right, where a 19-year-old girl cannot walk without being f***ing murdered in England. What the f***?
The situation surrounding Lily Whitehouse is extremely disturbing. 19-year-old girl found with multiple stab injuries in the park, who unfortunately died. Off the back of that, people in her local area have actually set up fraudulent fundraisers, trying to make cash off her death.
Me and Georgia just sat on this bench in Cambridge. We're literally in the middle of filming a TikTok video, like a comedy POV, boyfriend goes nonchalant, and these two guys ballied up on an electric bike. This is the new iPhone 17 Pro Max. Nah, nearly dead.
Yeah, I also just put in the phone and I think I saw them following me, then I just said...
Really? Oh, mate.
Yeah, then they actually snitched for another old...
Someone from over there?
Yeah, then they threw it away because I think they realized it's not useful.
Arseholes, man. Dude, we just had two guys ballied up on a fucking electric bike come and try and grab this phone. I've literally just got this fucking phone from the Apple store as well. But Georgia, though, grabbed it fucking quicker than Superman. Fuck. I can't believe that just happened.
Crazy.
Some guy just walked past and said that they grabbed some old mate's phone from over there. What the fuck? That would have been long gone. This is the iPhone 17 Pro Max. I literally just got it today. Fucking shaking. Oh my God. I didn't know this was happening in Cambridge.
No matter where you are, ladies and gentlemen, Keir Starmer's Britain isn't safe. It's another crazy one, ladies and gentlemen. A Russian crypto millionaire and his wife who vanished in the UAE a month ago have been found dismembered in a desert. So what we see here, ladies and gentlemen, is the police arresting the guys that more or less dismembered these two crypto millionaires, Roman and Anna Novak. Again, don't really have a lot of context behind why this all took place, but do comment down below and let me know if you want me to dedicate at least one video to finding out what actually happened.
Let's talk about the cost of living. Don't you realise it's not normal that people working 40 hours a week on minimum wage still have to queue at a food bank to top up their supply? The Trussell Trust handed out nearly 3 million emergency food parcels last year. And before we play the blame game, the majority of those parcels didn't go to immigrants, but to British citizens just doing their best. Don't you realise it's not normal that two people have to move in together just to afford a roof over their head? Forced to stay, not out of love, but out of rent. It's not normal that saving for a house feels like buying the moon on tick. Our granddads bought homes, drove cars, raised kids, all on one wage. Nan could stay at home and raise those kids, not because she had to, but because she could. So what happened, Britain? When did getting by become the dream? When did Sunday roast turn into Sunday stress? And suddenly Dad don't wear his Sunday best because on a Sunday, he's still at work. He don't get no rest. It feels like the man's got his boot on our neck and somehow he's taxed them too. Plumbers, sparkies, builders, brickies earning 50 grand, but after tax it feels more like 30. 30 grand to cover the van, the tools that keep getting nicked, the petrol, the bills, the kids, and that's before the rent's due. Meanwhile, the big dogs move billions through postcodes that don't even exist, sipping tax-free lattes, while the rest of us just sip and sigh. Last week, the Chancellor had the cheek to tell us to do our bit. But if she walked in our shoes for a minute, she'd quit. They tell us times are tough. But tough times made us. They squeeze us dry, then sell us rain and call it growth. This goes beyond skin colour. And what religion you are, my brother, they want us fighting each other while they get richer, whilst they watch us suffer. You wonder why mental health's gone through the roof, because we've had it up to here, while suicide's the biggest killer of men under 30 in our country. We're carrying the weight of the world on our shoulders, and if they could tax the boulders, they would. Yet we smile and we graft and we get on with it, because that's what we know how to do best. Make the best out of a bad situation, but I won't stay quiet. I'll keep speaking, writing, rhyming, underlining what's really going on while they distract us with headlines and hashtags. It's clear the devil's at work, but I still believe God's got a plan, because they can tax everything. Our work, our wages, our warmth, our will, but they can't tax our love. And they can't tax our laughter. And that's what keeps us alive.
Very powerful message right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Have we not had enough? I ask it again. Can any one man out there hear me? Have we not had enough? UK government, the Babylon, the pantomime, the circus, which it is, announces that there's going to be a rise in income tax for the first time in 50 years. And I ask, have we not had enough? All these vermin do is take. They're bleeding you dry, man. They're putting the price up of everything. Beef, fruit, eggs, cheese, milk, the price of your subscriptions, the cost of living, as they call it, which is a scam in itself. What do you mean, the cost of living? Shouldn't have to pay to live, but that's where we're at. And it's getting beyond a joke. So I ask, have we not had enough? And is it not time? Did people not think that strength in numbers, that it's time to stand up and say no? Because they're never going to stop.
It's becoming beyond the joke now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm pretty sure most of us have had enough.
This is the reality of our country, and I can't believe more people aren't talking about it. I've been making videos for the last few months saying I don't understand how normal working people are surviving week to week, month to month. And this story epitomises that. And it's heartbreaking. So I was sat having a coffee. On the table next to me, a lady comes over, sits there for maybe 10-15 minutes, but she's on the phone for most of the time. And she was on the phone to, I think it was a family member. I'm not sure if it was daughter, son, but it was definitely a family member. And towards the end of the conversation, she says, my council tax hasn't come out yet. Bearing in mind, this is like the 6th or 7th of November. And she says, I've got 200 quid left. When that comes out, I've got 50 quid to last me the month. I was like, holy fuck. She's basically got 3/4 of a month to last with 50 quid. And this is the sad reality of our country. How on earth is she going to survive for nearly a full month with 50 quid? We've got Christmas coming up as well. People start the Christmas shopping, don't they, in November? Now, like I say, I don't know this woman. I don't know what her situation is. I don't know what her finances were. But she certainly wasn't there living the life of luxury. Like I say, working class town, normal working woman. And by the 6th of November, 7th of November, she's got 50 quid left to last her the rest of the month. How on earth do people survive? And at the end of the month, there's going to be another 3% increase on income tax. And I think VAT is going to go up. And then you've got 3 pence a mile coming on your electric cars, which we know will filter down to normal cars. I keep thinking breaking points here, and people are going to be like, I haven't got enough money now to pay, so I can't pay. But how on earth do these people keep digging themselves out of this hole? I just don't understand it. But that's heartbreaking. 50 quid to last you nearly 3/4 of a month. Holy shit, what in the broken Britain?
It's 50 quid to last you a whole month, and you've still got 3 weeks to go. But £150 in council tax every single month is absolutely insane.
Enough Get off the bus now! Fuck off! Get off the bus now! You!
You're an idiot. You watch me.
You don't!
You fucking watch me.
No! You
Get
guys!
off the bus. Get off the fucking
Get off the
bus.
bus!
Get off
Get off the bus now! Fuck off! Get off the bus now! You!
You're an old fucking man.
Get
Why
off
are
the
you
bus
talking like
now!
that?
You!
Get off.
Get off the bus! Fuck you!
But no, the bus isn't going to go.
What's going on here?
Get off the bus!
No context. All we can hear is fuck off, fuck you, fuck off. The hell is going on here?
Nobody's going anywhere.
But you want to go to Waterloo, so fuck off out the bus.
Is there anyone with balls here? When we put this guy off the bus?
If
Are
I
you
was
going to
a
assault me,
man-
are you? You're going to assault me?
He ain't
Oh, that's
worth it.
very
He ain't
good.
worth it.
What sort of asshole? God almighty. This is ridiculous. You're ridiculous.
He ain't worth
Good
it, mate.
God.
The prick.
We'll probably do.
Oh, so he's not getting removed from the bus then. All of that for what?
Mate, I saw you masturbating. I saw you. Come here. Come here.
Yeah, I'll do it for you. I'm joking. What the hell is going on here?
Why were you doing that? You were masturbating. There's people everywhere. I saw you.
No one saw me because it's dark.
It's not dark. It's the middle of the day. It's like 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
What?
Why were you doing that? What's your name? What's your name?
What's your name? The guy was caught masturbating in public. What are we talking
You
about?
can't be doing that out and about in front of people. There's kids and buddies everywhere. Can you show me your face, please? You were masturbating. There's children all over the place. Look, more children.
Listen.
How would you feel if you have a young daughter who just saw what I just saw?
Can you please
Right?
try to understand my situation? I say sorry to you. If I see you, I never do that.
Mate, you
I never do that.
would. I saw you.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Why
but-
are you out in the public masturbating though, bro? Like you don't have a home to go to. Or you don't have a toilet you can go to. I mean, oh, this is gross. I don't even know what we're talking about, bro. Like, what the hell was on the FYP? Why is this on the FYP? What are we going on about?
If I see you around, I never saw.
But there's people everywhere. You were looking out at
Sorry,
people.
darling.
There are
I
kids
say-
everywhere. I saw
This
you
baby's not there.
masturbating in the street.
I say sorry, forget about.
But that's not okay. You can't do that. That's an offence.
I know that, I know.
Sexual offence.
Is again.
I've called the police already. I have, yeah. But I have to get evidence.
This is extremely crazy. I don't know what is going on here. An old man caught masturbating in broad daylight. What are we doing?
This is the truth about the BBC TV licence. I stopped paying my BBC licence fee about a year ago, filled out the form on their website, told them straight, I don't watch the BBC, so I'm not paying for it. And I thought that would be the end of it. But since then, it's been like an avalanche of letters through the door, week after week. Official occupier, urgent notice, possible investigation, all that crap. I used to just chuck them straight in the bin without even opening them. And the funny thing is, a lot of people think those letters mean they're in trouble, like some big legal thing's about to happen. It's not. Here's what's actually going on. Those letters don't come from the BBC itself. They come from a private company called Capita. They're basically debt collectors on commission, paid to chase anyone without a licence. They send out millions of these letters a year, hoping to scare people into paying up. It's all bluff and bluster. The truth's simple. If you don't watch or record the BBC, don't watch iPlayer, then you don't need a licence. End of story. You're perfectly within your rights to cancel and not pay. And all those so-called officers they talk about, they've got no special powers, none. They can't just walk into your house. Can only get a warrant if they've got real evidence you're breaking the rules, which is extremely rare unless you literally admit it to them. So, if they ever knock your door, you don't have to answer a single question, and you definitely don't have to let them in. Just close the door politely, and that's it. If you do want to write back to them, keep it short and keep it clean. Don't bother giving them your opinions about bias or whatever, even if you're right. They don't care. Just say, I don't require a TV licence. I do not watch or record live broadcast TV on any device, nor do I use BBC iPlayer. Please stop sending further correspondence. That's it. Legally watertight. So, if you've been stressing about these letters or wondering if you can cancel, you absolutely can. You're not doing anything wrong. You're just opting out of a system that's long overdue for reform. Look, if I stop paying for Netflix, I don't get Netflix. Same with Prime, Disney, whatever. That's how the world works now. The BBC needs to catch up.
But more importantly, what do you lot think? Should the licence fee been scrapped altogether or turned into a proper subscription service like everyone else?
I mean, after that recent TV scandal with Donald Trump, I mean, they've got a lot of problems, let alone TV license problems. But Marty's right. If you're not watching the BBC or using the BBC iPlayer, what are you paying for?
Launched a ferocious attack on Chloe. You hit her on the head with a hammer, doing so multiple times, whilst she was no doubt incapacitated by the blows to her head. You put down the hammer and took a knife from the kitchen and stabbed her 8 times, 5 times to her upper back and 3 times to her abdomen. You chased Joshua upstairs, slashing his back with a knife. Then in the master bedroom, you stabbed him 4 times to the front of his body. Then you went to pick up the younger children from school and told the older children to meet you at Costa Coffee. Then you took them to McDonald's for food before dropping them off at their grandmother's house. On each count of murder, the sentence is life imprisonment. The minimum term will be 29 years.
Yeah, this one's crazy, ladies and gentlemen. Derek Martin brutally killed stepdaughter Chloe and her husband Josh. We actually stumbled across this in one of our last disturbing videos. I remember this moment where he walked into the police station and handed himself in. Truly disturbing.
Watch out for the £20 note scam going around at the minute, because businesses have lost hundreds of pounds due to this scam. This is happening up and down the UK and businesses are losing so much money. So here is how to spot one of these fake £20 notes. Essentially, it appears to be very normal, but there's a little sticker on it. And what you need to do is you need to see if there is a sticker on it, slowly try to peel it off. And if it does peel off, that means that it is in fact prop money. As you can see, it fully peels off. The hologram and everything fully peels off, and then as you can see, it is clearly not a legit note. Now, so many corner shops and smaller businesses, independent off licenses especially, are falling victim to, unfortunately, the £20 note hack, because as you can see, it does look really, really legit. The hologram is moving around and everything. The feel of it is very much, you know, the new plastic notes. It feels very normal. So if you are, you know, dealing with money, if you're a shopkeeper, you work in a cafe or a coffee shop, anything like that, always do double check for these little holograms, because people are losing a lot of money on it. If you're a business owner, again, make sure you get all of your due diligence on these sorts of notes. Make sure you have your pens and obviously the checkers where you can check whether the notes are.
I always get my money out of the cash machine. Get cash out of the cash machine. I don't get it from anywhere else. If I'm getting out of the cash machine, that money is being spent instantaneously.
Did you know that rape is effectively decriminalised in England and Wales? According to statistics seen by Rape Crisis, just 1 in 100 offences of rape reported to the police result in a charge, let alone a conviction. And when we're talking about women and young girls, those in the age bracket of 16 to 19 experience the highest levels of domestic abuse. But there's no mandatory relationship and sexual education training in schools, which is why organisations like Rape Crisis or like End Violence Against Women and Girls UK are calling for mandatory training in schools. But what do you think? Given that so many don't feel safe in their own schools from sexual harassment, that 9 in 10 girls report receiving unsolicited dick pics or unwanted sexual advances and harassment, don't we need to do more?
I mean, it's sad and terrifying at the same time, and I 100% agree with this guy. More needs to be done.
Has anyone ever eaten from these trucks? I saw this guy outside the London Bridge at around midday selling these caramelized roasted peanuts and almond. Who has ever eaten it? I shudder to think how old these peanuts are, because who is eating this, please? And the same thing goes for them trucks that's selling the hot dogs on the side of the road. Are you lot mad? You lot don't value your intestines, because why would you ever eat this? He's literally on the pavement. What hygiene rating does he have? 0. 0. I guarantee you he just picked his nose and now he is caramelizing your roasted peanuts. Please, I will never, as God is my witness, eat from these men on the road. These and the hot dog man, forget it. The only thing I'll eat on the side of the road is an ice cream from an ice cream man. That's it.
Nah, I've never ate from one of these, but they definitely smell good though.
Are you going ahead and suing the BBC?
Well, I guess I have to. You know, why not? Because they defrauded the public. And they've admitted it, and their top echelon.
Director General and the CEO
This
both
is
resigned.
within one of our great allies. You know, they actually changed my January 6th speech, which was a beautiful speech, which was a very calming speech, and they made it sound radical. And they actually changed it. What they did was rather incredible. They're showing me the results later on, the results of what they did, how they butchered it up. Well, I think I have an obligation to do it because you can't allow people to do that.
It says here that he's going to be suing the BBC for $1 billion. Wow. Donald, can you just drop 1% of that on me? Like literally just 1%. I'll take 1%, Donald, please.
Police!
Police!
Where you are?
The end of a 5-year manhunt in Britain's biggest ever Bitcoin bust. In bed, the criminal crypto queen who called herself the goddess of wealth.
Do you speak English?
47-year-old Zimin Xian was arrested in York last April.
Okay.
She and her accomplice Seng Hock Ling were sentenced at Southwark Crown Court today to 11 years and 8 months and 4 years and 11 months respectively for
We might have to dedicate a video to these two people. A woman who called herself the goddess of wealth. The goddess of wealth. She was caught with 5 billion in Bitcoin.
in criminal property.
Today, I think, largely draws to a close one of the longest running and most complex economic crime investigations that we've ever undertaken within the Metropolitan Police.
This is how Xian made her money, masterminding a Ponzi scheme, offering up to 300% returns for investors in her Britain Nice Life insurance. But it was a fraud, Xian stealing billions from 128,000 victims across China between 2014 and 2017. She fled to the UK, using her ill-gotten gains to fund lavish clothes, an entourage of staff, luxury homes and international travel.
Pretty sure you're in bed. If you looked at her, you wouldn't even think anything of it.
Got to record down your
Doesn't
name.
even look like she's living a lavish lifestyle. What she was just wearing there looked like casual clothes. Look at her hair. She just looks like a teacher. Allegedly billions, but it looks like she's sleeping in a council flat.
Authorities raided her home in Hampstead Heath in 2018, but she wasn't arrested and she went on the run again. Police subsequently discovering billions of pounds of cryptocurrency on her seized laptops.
We've seized 61,000 Bitcoin, which is currently worth around £5 billion, alongside around over £200 million of other non-crypto assets. I think probably lots of people were questioning whether the kind of like decimal point was in the right place and the number of zeros that went on the back of kind of like what the value was at that point in time.
As Xian starts her sentence, there's now a court battle over her seized stolen Bitcoin and how much of the money should be returned to those Chinese victims, many of whom lost their life savings.
How much of the money? All of the money should be returned. What are we talking about, bruv? Who's trying to put a brown envelope in their pocket? I don't know. 5 billion in crypto and she got caught. She got caught because she tried to buy a house worth 25 million.
You are not Madeleine McCann, okay? I know that's hard to hear, and I know you've been told this by many people, but...
Did you get results? Can you give me a copy?
Of what, sorry?
Of DNA results.
Oh, we haven't sent the DNA. It's not being tested.
Why?
We can't spend public money on something like that.
And I remember being in basements, and I'm not crazy, and you can test me by psychologists, psychiatrists. I had depression. Okay, I had depression, but that is all. And I remember many things. And yeah, I don't know, how can you say that I'm not Madeleine without any testing?
We know that you are not Madeleine McCann, okay? You are not Madeleine McCann, okay? I know that's hard to hear.
Listen, they said, we know that you're not Madeleine McCann. How do they know? Oh yeah, I forgot they killed her, allegedly. It has been mentioned that she's done a DNA test in the past, but there is no proof of that online. I haven't been able to find it. For the simple fact that the guy said, we don't need to do a DNA test with you because we know, kind of tells us all we need to know. We've done a few videos on this story itself, ladies and gentlemen, but maybe it's something that we might have to come back to. Comment down below, let me know your thoughts on all of this.
Parents trusted you with their small children. They trusted you with their babies.
Albeit he's 18, but he is an incredibly dangerous, calculated, remorseless, predatory monster. The extent of his crimes are so heinous that the judge has said he will have to be sentenced in an adult court, in the Crown Court, maybe up to 17 years, which actually seems pretty abysmal to me. His crimes included raping a 3-year-old child. He's a newly qualified nursery worker in a position of trust. Parents left their babies with him. And what did he
Man had those intentions. He purposely got those jobs to fulfill those intentions. That's absolutely disgusting.
do? He was abusing them, taking explicit images. Luckily, thankfully, a little 3-year-old girl was able to tell her mother that she was being essayed in her little language with probably limited vocabulary, not knowing what was going on, but knew that it was wrong. She was able to give her mother details, enough details for mother to piece together and get a clear picture of the absolutely heinous crimes that were committed against her daughter whilst she was at nursery in the care of this scumbag. I just hope he stays in prison and rots forever. I wish healing and recovery to all the victims of his grape essay, which is beyond vile and heinous.
Children as young as 4 are being suspended from school for racist behaviour. Last year alone, more than 15,000 suspensions were handed out, up from just over 7,000 in 2021. That's 80 incidents every school day, and nearly 2,500 involved primary school pupils. 70 children were even permanently expelled. Most cases were racist language, but some were violent attacks and even racist graffiti. Officials admit the figures are unacceptable, while campaigners warn racism in schools leaves lasting scars on children's lives.
Children as young as 4 being suspended from school for racist behaviour. I mean, at this point, all you can do is look at the parents. Absolutely disgusting you are. Absolutely disgusting.
Minimum wage does not work, and don't let dickheads like Nigel Farage tell you otherwise, because here is why. The minimum wage, if you are 21 and over, is £12.21. The average person works 37.5 hours a week. That is annually £23,809.76. So then we look at the average rent. That is £1,343 a month. A year, that is £16,116. Utilities, so that is just your gas, water and electricity. That's an average of £194 a month. That's £2,323 a year. Then you have your food, and this is all of your food that you are going to eat in a month, a week, a year. That includes if you're going to go for birthdays, little meals out, or if you're eating at home, that includes everything. And this is on average. So I understand that not everyone's going to do this, but this is what the average person does. Food is £466 a month, and that is £5,594 a year. Council tax on average is £95 a month, that's £1,170 a year. Broadband, an average of £26 a month, that's £312 a year. A phone, so that's your mobile phone contract, whether that's a SIM or a phone, £23 a month, £276 a year. Transport, £350 a month, £4,200 a year. TV licence, £14 a month, £169.50 a year. Personal care, that's your hygiene, dentist, medicine, stuff like that. That is £50 a month, £600 a year. Household and cleaning items, that's £40 a month and £480 a year. So that does not include subscriptions or home insurance, clothes, anything like that. In the UK, the average person spends £2,603.38. That is £31,240.50 a year. That is a deficit of nearly £10,000, £7,430.74 that people do not have if they are on minimum wage. Minimum wage doesn't fucking work. Minimum wage as it is doesn't work, and that's because the minimum is so low when everything costs so much. So when you have knobheads like Nigel Farage saying that they need to reduce the minimum wage, and that he was specifically talking about young people, but it doesn't matter, they still have the same bills. There are lots of people that leave home at age 18 and they still have the same bills. Don't let millionaires or billionaires tell you why you shouldn't be earning more money when you can barely survive as it is.
I have to agree, man. The minimum wage is absolutely atrocious. When you break it down, cost by cost, month by month, struggling. 2 weeks left until they get their paycheck, and they can't wait for that 2 weeks to fly by. They would rather sleep in bed for 2 weeks until that paycheck comes, and then boom, we're back again. All right, there we have it, ladies and gentlemen, a compilation of disturbing videos that the algorithm decided to dump on the FYP, and we, as usual, had to react and give our opinions. But what I need from you is to leave all of your thoughts and all of your opinions down below. I need to know exactly what you are thinking after watching those videos right there. We are going to be back with more uploads, so don't go anywhere. Turn your notification bells on, hit that like button, do subscribe to the channel if we are newly watching, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one.